bad time.
What the hell's going on?
Ma, Mr. Doback. Okay, Dale and I were just...
Stop calling me Mr. Doback.
Sorry. Okay, Mom, Doback. We think it would be very prudent.
Can we turn our beds into bunk beds?
Yes.
You don't need permission from us to build bunk beds. You're adults. You can do what you want.
We can? No?
Yes. Yes,
Sweet.
you can make bunk beds.
I knew it.
Okay, you guys are not going to regret this. We're going to get so much more activities done.
This is the funnest night ever.
It was after Talladega Nights. We had a lot of fun making that movie, but you know, the car racing and all the crashes took up a lot of room in the movie. And our favorite stuff is, you know, talking head comedy, is the bits where the people are interacting and relationship humor. And so we love Talladega Nights, but we just wish we could do a movie that was just wide open field, where you're not restricted by period or effects. And Will, John, and I all knew we wanted to work together again because we had such a great time. And we started meeting, having dinner, and just kicking around ideas. And one day someone mentioned bunk beds, and I started saying how, why can't they have like she bunk beds for grown-ups? Like, why can't you go to the W Hotel and they have bunk beds as an option? And I said, what if you guys are stepbrothers? What if you have single parents? And we were all like, realized right away, wait a minute, that is a very simple, old-fashioned premise you can do a lot with. I almost insist that we improvise. I think you have to, especially with comedies. I just know that feeling of being in the edit room where you're stuck with a moment or a joke and it ain't playing. And you're like, oh God, I wish I had something else here. So I make sure we have something else there every time possible. Even if it's my favorite joke in the script, I'll still say, let's get 3 or 4 other versions of it. Let's play with it. What if you try doing this instead of this? And so pretty much every take we do, every setup, we're improvising in one way or another. But there's always 3 or 4 that are completely as written, so we know we have the script. And if I didn't write it, you know, I would do this exact same thing. If it's a comedy, I would do the exact same thing. Yeah, I'm sure any writer watching this would laugh if I gave a detailed answer, because the honest God truth is you have like the biggest weapon, which is Will Ferrell. So yes, I sell a pitch, but they always know it's Will Ferrell. So I've rarely had to do the one where you come in and pitch cold. So no, I don't have great advice. I can give advice from this perspective. We now have a production company, Gary Sanchez, and so we hear a lot of pitches. So I can give advice from that side. And my big thing is I don't like it when people walk you through the entire story beat by beat. Like, I feel like I don't need to hear that.
Yeah.
I feel like you can give us the very broad strokes and say, you know, it's the story of this and the guy does this, and you can kind of hit your major scenes in like 5-10 minutes. And then talk about the style and talk about the actors you envision and talk about some things you think could be funny. And that's like a pitch that I like. It's like a nice little 10-15 minute pitch. They describe the movie, the feel of it, what it could be. But as soon as I sit there and I hear the person go into, all right, we open on a street. It's around 12:31. I'm just like, oh God. And then it all becomes about making your face look pleasant while you're hearing it. And I think the bottom line is pitching sucks.
Yeah.